Hey, Charisma here. Welcome back to Charisma Daily. Today on the show, I'm going to be featuring another showcase on Judge Joe Brown. And this feature is where he's going to be talking about Kamala Harris and what he thinks of her. Let's jump right into it.
And I want to backtrack to a comment you made earlier about the casting couch. So that's true? Like, because I always heard this rumor that she slept her way to the top. That's true?
She did. She's old hoe. She's 60 years old. Look, if you want to find out about it, go online to the LA Times morgue. They used to have it so for a fee, you could get them to pull articles. They've been reporting on her for 30 some years. She's in her 20s, and Willie Brown took her up as his mistress. There was a medical firm that dealt with San Francisco. He got her a 15-hour-a-week part-time job there, which she never showed up to, according to the Times, but they paid her $72,000 a year for 15 hours a week. And understand, she's in her 20s, which is 30-some years ago. That's big money now. So he got her promoted up, so she did 20 hours a week. Times reported she never showed up, but she got 120 grand a year. So he bought her a 750i BMW, which was the top of the line at the time. So he set her up with all of the connections to get her into politics. The Times did a thing about this thing she had allegedly with an NBA player to get a job with a big law firm, and then a thing they did on her with the assistant director for the district attorney's office to get on with them, and then Montel Williams, and then back to Willie Brown, and then the rest of the whole thing, and she winds up with a Hollywood lawyer type not long before she runs for senator. So, and she adopts his children. She doesn't have any of her own, not saying it's a requirement, but it sure as hell helps, because I think the only two presidents of significance that didn't have children officially, George Washington and Andrew Jackson. And Andrew Jackson was a homicidal maniac. George Washington had enough by the slaves before he got sterile by disease, and the other three out of the five known ones, they weren't too good. They were has-been, never was type. So I say that I know what I thought when I was a young man. Such things didn't make differences, but then I'd never had to be a parent. You never had to get up sick and go to work when you didn't feel like it, because you had the bills to pay. You never had to be reliable when you had other things to do. And having this legacy that you have to pass on, and not wanting to do anything that shames your grandchildren, because they do in fact exist and it's not hypothetical, that gives you a different perspective. Mm-hmm. So it's not an absolute requirement, but I think you really don't know how to have the dedication to the job if you have nothing to survive you. No immediate cause. Not saying that somebody can't be a good president without, but it's just, what's your stake in it?
Wow. Kamala, whatever her name is has definitely slept her way around and to the top, apparently.
Do you want to leave a better America for your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren? Or is there nobody out there that you have an immediate selfish interest in?
Yeah, and she used to date Montel Williams, right?
Yeah, Willie Brown's too. She showed up here at a mayor's conference in Memphis some years ago. I spoke at the damn thing. She showed up here. She was with Willie Brown. She got mad at her sister, this black judge here, because she just went over to speak with him. She jumped up, don't even look at him, leave him alone. The judge told her, ain't my type, don't worry about it. I'm just trying to meet him. So, and I know, allegations, I wasn't there, but I've had at least two women that I've known who are married women And they tell me essentially they almost slapped their husbands back when they were at Howard at a certain frat where somebody did a lot of second floor action and they were angling on getting some and it wasn't going to happen. So you get this. Like I said, I'm not holding it against somebody because they did it for recreation, but, when you do the casting couch thing, that's a bad move. I know some women in Hollywood that did the casting couch and those who refused. The ones that got refused went further than the ones who did. The ones who did ramped up real quickly, but then they're a piece of ass. Everybody knows it, so they get passed around. And then, did it really have talent, or was it just they jump-started their careers and then the lack of talent shows? Or did you have talent and do it the hard way? See, I hate to say it, but
See, the problem with modern women, they think that they can sleep around, work, sleep their way up to the top, and that is not going to follow them. And that is okay because a man can do pretty much sleep with whomever he wants and doesn't really affect him. First of all, men and women are not the same. And when a woman sleeps around and is, promiscuous, that's more damaging to her reputation. So even though she may get the success she desires, it still becomes a problem. Excuse me.
Now, the other thing is I don't see any case law she made as an attorney or running the district attorney's office in a large city. I don't see in private practice pro bono when she, early years before she got into prosecuting, that made a difference. I don't see any innovation in law that she's responsible for. I don't see any reform of criminal justice that she could have done a whole lot about. I don't see any of that. So what did she do? I just see a long laundry list, page after page of wrong. So I'm not one of these people that is a fan of promoting somebody upstairs.
Yeah, that's real talk. And that's crazy, man. Because I never heard that story before. So she tried to check a female because she thought she was trying to talk to her husband.
Yeah, and the woman was a judge she was talking to. I was there when that happened. It's like, dude, damn, who is that? I didn't know who she was, but.
Do you think she like black men?
No, I don't think she does. No, she doesn't. Look at it. Most of these women that she locked up for the truancy problems were black women. Damn near everybody she was getting these horribly stiff sentences to as recommendations, they were young black men. What wound up happening, all of these people she withheld information on that could have exculpated them so they wouldn't have been found guilty, they were black men. She was particularly harsh in the way black men got treated when they came through the system.
What's funny is now that all the harsh treatment that she gave black men and some black women, now she's campaigning for two black men to get their vote. She brought up Obama to speak to the black men and to scold them because she wants the vote now all of a sudden. But she didn't know that when she was treating them harshly.
That she had prosecutorial preeminence in. You see, she set up no programs to come up with work alternatives. She set up no programs to deal with rehabilitation. She set up no programs to deal with counseling. She set up no programs to offer alternatives to criminality. She just came down hard, hard, hard. And it's like, what did you get from her? You must have had a white client. Yeah, I did. Well, what do your black clients get? Not the same thing as the white ones. And you had enough black attorneys who had white clients to know the difference.
Wow, wow, wow. Kamala is a piece of work. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and remember to subscribe to the channel and to join the family. Let me know your thoughts about this. What did Judge Joe Brown shared about Kamala Harris and her past and her attitude and her sort of harsh treatment towards Black men and Black women before, but now she's sucking up to them. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you